In this video, we are going to do the angle base in AutoCAD. So the first step is to open AutoCAD and click Start Drawing. This will open up a new drawing up here. It's by default called Drawing 8. And then we're going to save this file and we're going to call this your first or your username or first initial last name. So my name's Jennifer J, and then your last name underscore, and this is going to be the angle base. You want to make sure your file type is .dwg. This is what we want to save our AutoCAD files as, and then click save. I need to replace it because I already have it saved, but yours probably won't have this error message. I'm going to hit yes. I want to replace this. All right. And then I am going to format my units. You always want to format your units at the beginning. So I'm going to type in units, enter, and the type will be decimal. The precision is going to be 0.0 because you can see these all have one decimal place to the 10th place. And then for the units, you want it to be inches and hit OK. Then I'm going to click the center or hit my wheel and pan the origin to the center right there. All right. And just for the sake of making it easy for you guys to see, I'm going to turn off my grid. So you're going to hit the grid to turn it off. If you want it off, you can leave it on. It's your personal preference. All right. And before we get started, we're going to do an initial plan of how we're going to draw this. So I'm going to draw, let's see here. I'm going to have my 0, point right here, my origin, just because a lot of the dimensions are coming from this place right here. Okay, so I'll make this 0, and I'll draw a line to the right by 7, because this 8 minus 1 is 7. And then I can draw a line to the right by 1, and then up by 4.5. Okay, then I'll get out of that command, the line command, and then start from the 0, or end point here of this line, bottom line, and go up by 6, and then to the right by 8, and then I'll drop this down to connect. Okay, and then we'll do that and come back. So I'm going to draw a line, and my first point is going to be 0, 0, which is the origin. Then I want to go to the right by 7. So it'll be 7. I want to use the polar coordinates. So instead of typing in comma, I'm going to do tab, which just means I'm going to use a distance and a angle. Okay, so 7 is the distance, and angle is going to be 0 degrees because I want it to be a straight horizontal line in the right direction. So enter. Then I want to go to the right one more inch and 0, but instead of having to keep typing in 0, 90, 180 and so forth, we can just turn ortho mode on. Okay, so I'm going to click ortho mode. Okay, and I'm going to go to the right by 1, enter, and then I'm going to go up by 4.5, enter, and then I'm going to get out of this command, so hit escape. I'm going to go click line again, and so from this endpoint, I'm going to click the endpoint, and then I'm going to go up by 6, enter, and I'm going to go to the right by 8, enter, and then I'm going to go down and connect to this endpoint here. And then I'm going to click the line again, and I'm going to click the endpoint here and go up by 2, enter. And then I want to draw that 45-degree angle line. I'm going to turn ortho mode off because I want to draw an angled line. It can be any distance, okay? But I'm going to hit tab. This needs to be the correct degrees. So let's see here. All right, I'm going to hit tab again just for the purpose. Okay. Actually, I'm going to hit escape to exit the line command, but I'm going to click line just to show you this. The endpoint there, so click there. And we know that we want this to be 45 degrees. We know to the right is 0 degrees, up is 90 degrees. And then we want to go this angle. So we need to add 45 to 90 to get this line here. So 90 plus 45 is 135. So this line will be 135 degrees. So I'll draw. Again, the distance doesn't matter. Mine's at around 7. So I'll hit tab and then type in 135. Enter. All right, and then escape. And then I'll draw another line. So draw a line here and I'll find the endpoint here. So click this endpoint and then I'm going to turn my ortho mode back on to make sure this line is straight and click there. Okay, and then escape. And now I just need to trim these lines here. So in your modify panel, you're going to click trim. Okay, and it says select objects to trim. We're just going to right click and hit enter. And that just selects all objects. It just makes things faster when selecting. So I'm just gonna now, this is gonna turn light gray when I hover over it. So you'll click that one and click this one. And now I've trimmed those lines and I'm gonna hit escape to exit out of the trim command. The last thing we need to do is draw these 2 circles here, okay? And to draw these 2 circles, I have to specify the center point of the circle and its diameter or radius. So the diameters are given to us, 1 and 2, and the center point, instead of using polar coordinates like we did this whole time, we're going to use the Cartesian or rectangular. So you're going to go for the X. In the X direction, we want to have a positive 3 because we're going to the right 3. And then we're going up by 2. So our X and Y for the center point is going to be 3, 2. So we'll draw, make sure, click this circle icon and then click center, diameter. The center point is going to be 3, 2. Enter. The diameter, we'll say 1, enter. And then we're going to click the center diameter circle again, click that. And the center point again is going to be 3, 2, enter. And the diameter is going to be 2, enter. All right. And so this is going to be your angle base. Again, there are so many different ways that you can draw this. If you didn't follow the same method that I did, that's okay. There's, again, a lot of different ways to draw the same design. And lastly, I just want to add, you can use these measure tools to actually measure if you drew this correctly. So you can just click the down arrow and go to distance. And then you can see, click this point and you can see that this has a distance of 8. Okay, and then you can click distance again to do something else. Go up, and that's 2. If you want to do the angle, you can do from here to here, and it says that's an angle of 135, which is what we wanted. All right, and I'm going to hit exit to exit that command. And that's all. Thank you.